right, YouTube, it is Mr. Mean coming at you live. And that's a little munchkin coming into the room. I don't know if you could see him. He just ran in. The camera's kind of angled where you can't see him. It is Friday afternoon at about 6:30 in Duluth, Minnesota. I got a little ham coming to invade my video. This is my son, NJ. Yes.
I got podcast.
He's going to talk. And can you say hi? Can you say hi? Say hi.
Hi.
Say hey-o.
Hey-o.
So just an informal video, everybody. I'm just popping in because there's no game tonight. Unfortunately, life got in the way and people aren't able to play. So I didn't want to. Okay, buddy. My kid, my munchkin. I love him. Let's see here. Bear with me here. I'm trying to. Oh, okay. Take the chat and put it over here.
I see.
Yeah, he sees himself. He's all excited. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I don't think anybody's in the stream yet. All right, go see mommy.
Go see mommy.
I love you. Say bye-bye. It was so funny because he did not come in the office at all while I was setting this up, and then all of a sudden he pops in and says and starts screaming. I've got the chat overlay up, and I'm hoping it pops in. There it goes. Yeah, there's a couple second delay, so I'm not sure if anybody's even in the stream yet. I just wanted to go live because there's no game tonight, and I know some people were worried about if I was going to run or not, and unfortunately I can't because I don't have enough players. The Area 51 games, we are still tuning F&D. We are still tuning F&D. I don't know what that means there, Area 51. You'll have to enlighten me, sir or ma'am. So obviously you can see from the what's on the screen there. I'm talking tonight. We're going to be talking about Dungeon Crawl Classic. I got a request to run it, and I've had a couple people already reply and say that they want to play. So I am down with that. Nope, I got a screaming kid in the background. I do apologize. Who knows what's going on? Mama's taking care of it. We will thank Mama profusely for taking care of the little monster. My son fell down evidently. So let's see. It always says that. I don't know. I have blazing speed here in Duluth for my internet, but it always every time I try to stream, it tells me that I'm below the bit rate. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm doing wrong or if I've got something set wrong. I'm still, I've been doing this for 2 years now, and I'm still new to it because I don't have as much time to play with it as I would like. But as you can see, I got some things working. I got the ticker working. So Area 51 games, it popped up in the chat there. Hopefully you guys can see it. He's going to have a D&D spring break at Docks, and due to schools closing, we are extending the game. Game on. Right on, brother. That is exciting. I'm not sure who Doc is, but it may be reference to, I'm not sure. The problem is people have Discord IDs and then they have YouTube IDs, and they're sometimes not always the same. So if you're somebody I know, but I don't know you as Area 51, I do apologize. And some people like to keep their names separate, so no harm, no foul. But awesome that you're going to extend your spring break. I totally wish I could do it. I don't mind playing D&D, but I just have no desire to run it. It's just, I don't know, it's just not a fun game for me to GM. I totally prefer Pathfinder 2nd edition way more. You could probably see my kid riding his little trike, his little Harley Davidson trike in the background. But yeah, I wanted to just wanted to pop online and say hi to everybody and oogle over the joy that is DCC. This is Docs Comics and Games in Fresco, Texas. Nice. Not sure if you know area, but I used to live in Beaumont, and obviously lived down in Sulphur, Louisiana for quite a while. But used to go to Ogre Games in Humble, Texas, all the time. Great. The owner is awesome, super nice guy, David. And I love that game store. It's one of my favorite game stores. They always did lots of cool stuff. Never made it to Fresco, Texas. I'm not sure where that is, but definitely, I did not enjoy my time. Did not enjoy my time in Texas. Someone's calling me, so I apologize for that. They can leave a voicemail. Me too, but got to get them through the gate. Yeah, got to get them through the gate. Dungeon Crawl Classic is one of my all-time favorite games. I fell in love with this later on in life. I just found out about it about 2 years ago. And when they were doing the 4th reprint Kickstarter, they evidently, when they have enough changes that warrants a revision of the rulebook, they go to Kickstarter, and they do a Kickstarter to print. And I got to admit, it's one of the best bangs for your buck that you can get. I did an open box video for DCC when I got my Kickstarter reward about 2 years ago, year and a half ago, just just everything they do is awesome. I am part of their 2019-2020 road crew, so I can run sponsored events, and they will send me swag. I still have a bunch of stuff, some pencils and some notepads, and stuff like that they've sent me. I would love to go to. I'm going to try to go to GaryCon next year. I couldn't make it this year, but I'm going to try to go to GaryCon next year, and I want to run DCC at GaryCon. I think that would be a lot of fun. GaryCon is in Wisconsin, which is just a hop, skip, and a jump across the bridge for me. It's about a 6-hour drive, I think, from here in Duluth. So definitely want to do that. But I fell in love with DCC because it was kind of a mix of 5th edition. There's a little bit of 5th edition, a little bit of 3.5, and of course old school, Renaissance or OSR D&D in here. And it's a brutal game. If you've never played and you're not big on D&D, you might want to try this one. You might like it because the rules are slimmed down a little bit, but they're also pretty in-depth, and it's one of those games that you can take the rules as hard as you like or as soft as you like. What's Area 51 saying here? But got to try Castles and Crusades. Light, fast, and 3rd edition is OCL? I don't know what OCL means, sir. I'm a military brat, but certain abbreviations I do not understand. I do have Castles and Crusades. I think I have an earlier version. Very cool game as well. But my heart stays with Dungeon Crawl Classic. And it's so bad. I have the collector's edition that they did with the black leatherette cover and the gold foil, and I have 2 copies of the core rulebook. So that just tells you I'm crazy. I had bought the hardback because I wanted I had it in PDF and I wanted a hard copy, and then I think the Kickstarter was actually over, and they sent a message out to all the Kickstarter backers and said, look, I don't know what the reasoning was. I don't know if they made more money than they expected, or they had extra print copies. I don't know what the rhyme or reason was, but they reached out and they said, hey, we're for $20 you can add a copy of a soft cover. And I was like, hells yeah, I'll add a copy for this. This would be awesome. Oh, OGL. I'm sorry. You typed OCL there, Area, so I was like, oops. So OGL, yeah, the Open Game License. Probably the best thing to happen to gaming, tabletop RPGs since Vampire the Masquerade, because it got all the hot chicks into role-playing games. So that's how far back I go. But yeah, OGL is an awesome thing, and I really appreciate companies that are using their version of the OGL, which is awesome. So it keeps it open and lets people make things for different companies and all that fun stuff. But yeah, back to DCC. I totally jumped on board when they sent me the email, and it was pretty much right after the Kickstarter, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure if we had actually. I don't think we got our books yet. I think it was real close. And they sent out a message saying, "Hey, add $20 and we'll send you a soft cover copy," and they did. And so I got this. I think the regular retail is $24.99, and I guess. And I don't know the history, and I'm just a bad gamer in that aspect. I don't know if they had ever released it as a softback in the past. I don't believe they did, because I troll a lot of used bookstores and used gaming stores, and I've never seen a copy of this in soft cover, because I would have picked it up. Just on the cover alone, I think the cover art is fantastic. And the image I have up on the screen there as well for the DCC, that's the alternative cover that they did, I think last year or the year before or whenever, is awesome stuff. So very excited. So I have 3 physical copies of the book. Area, I've heard that Lankmar is really good. I'm hesitant to buy into another Lankmar. I have Lankmar for Savage Worlds, and it has all the Lankmar goodness in it that I could need. So I'm kind of okay there. But I am tempted to see it. I mean, if somebody was to buy me a copy, I would not read it. How's that sound? Or if someone sent me a PDF copy for free, I would totally read it and or review it, because it's obviously a cool setting. But the purpose of tonight's video was kind of to judge audience participation. I'm going to run maybe a 1, 2, possibly 3 or 4 shot of DCC on Discord. It's going to be low key. I am going to stream it. The requirements for playing are going to be a video camera and voice, so you can do chat. And the reason is I like to see the players' faces. So I like to see your reaction to things that happen. And we're gonna run a funnel. I haven't decided which funnel yet. I have a number of them. I may make my own funnel. I haven't decided. But I want to run it, and I want to get 4 to 6 players. Well, 3 to 6 players. 4 to 5 would be optimal. But if I get 6 people that want to play, I won't turn the 6th person away. And I want to just be able to, run fun. I haven't gotten to go to any conventions in the last year. So I wanted to DCC is one of those games that I always run for conventions, and I have a blast with it. It's a lot of fun. I have a binder full of dead characters because I always run funnels. What I would like to do with this one, though, is if the interest is there, what I would like to do is run the funnel. And then after the funnel, maybe the next session, like the second PlayStation, which might be a week or a month later, depending on people's schedules. What I would like to do is take whatever character survived, level them up to level 1. That's how DCC works, if you're unaware. Level them up to level 1, and then take those characters on a first level adventure. Because the magic system in here is bar none the best magic system of any fantasy RPG that I have played. And that's my opinion. I'm not saying it is the best. I'm saying in my opinion. I love how they do spell books. Area saying Savage Worlds is not real game system. Well, Area, I'm going to disagree with you, buddy, because I'm a hard Savage fan and have been since the beginning, back in the days of original Deadlands. So I think every game system has its place, and I'm telling you, as a 30-year veteran of GMing, it's one of the easiest game systems to teach people. So your experiences may vary, but I have always had an easy time running Savage Worlds games for anybody, and I've run everything from Deadlands to Rifts, and everything in between. Last Parsec being one of my favorite, Lankmar being a good one, Shinetar, one of my all-time favorite settings, and then Hellfrost, of course, by Wiggy. Triple Ace Games is, I have everything for the Hellfrost setting, because I think it is an amazing setting, and with the Savage Worlds rule set, it works really well. Deadlands is beyond cool. Deadlands, it's the spaghetti western with meat. But yeah, back to DCC, what I want to do is, like I said, run everybody through a funnel, and then whatever characters survive, let them level up. And then if you have more than one character that survives, then you can choose which character you want to play in the level 1 adventure. And I think that would be a lot of fun. I'm a little concerned because I've never run DCC online. And so I want to keep it simple, but I'm concerned with all the funnel characters, because each player would have about 4 characters that you would have to. 1982, I was overseas shooting people, so you're a youngin' in my book. But all kidding aside, there's never a time frame on when to start gaming. Gaming is good. I think it's helpful. It's constructive. It's soothing in certain cases, and it really helps with creative. It helps with people who have a hard time dealing with social structure. It can be very therapeutic in and of itself, and it's just downright fun in my opinion. It's probably one of the best interactive games. I love my video games. I love my Xbox and my PlayStation and my PC. I have a shadow server that I play Star Wars on, so that I don't have to go out and build a new PC every 6 months when they change hardware. And nothing beats tabletop RPGs, because it's just that social interaction and that face-to-face gaming. I was running Esper Genesis game through Fantasy Grounds and had a lot of fun with it, but I just got a little burnt out and life got in the way. There were some personal things in my life that were not conducive to me running an online game, and it's getting better. I may go back and resurrect that game because I know the players still want to play, and it is for D&D, it's one of the best. Cool. Thank you for your service, Area. Appreciate it, man. I was Coast Guard and Army. So I wasn't smart. I went back in after the first go round. I did a tour in Desert Storm as well. So yeah, that's all the gray, man. I've earned this gray. But yeah, I want to probably go back, because I think Esper Genesis is probably one of the best D&D 5th edition derivatives that I've seen, besides the Star Wars hack that some people are working on, Star Wars 5th edition. If you haven't seen that, just do a Discord search for Star Wars 5th edition, and the young man that is behind that, let me see what his name is, General Kenobi, but he has another name. I'm trying to wait for the post to load. I don't want Steve Palpatine. That's what he calls his name online. Gallifile is his handle on Discord, but he is the creative genius behind Star Wars 5th edition, and you want to talk about just a dude that's got his shit together. This guy is awesome, and he's put together really good 5th edition resource for, if you want to play. If a lot of people like the 5th edition rules, and if you want to play in the Star Wars setting, I think that is the definitive rule set. If you're a 5th edition fan and you want to play 5th edition, that is definitely the game system. I'm a big fan of Fantasy Flight's game system as well. I like the funky dice. I have probably 8 sets, so I'm totally down with either one. I've yet to play the 5th edition, but I have read all the books. I know you can get them printed through Lulu Press, which I think is amazing. So it is one of those things that I just think it is awesome. So what else? No game tonight. Like I said, the players all bailed. Life got in the way. One of the players, and it's actually 2 of the players, father and son team, his wife told him that he had a birthday party to go to tonight, and he didn't have a choice. So he told me last night at the last minute that, hey man, I'm not going to make the game. We were going to have one other player, Anthony, he's new to role-playing. He's in the game, if you're watching the Pathfinder stream. He was the only one that would have been able to make it tonight. And plus, I'm fighting a cold, and with the coronavirus going around and everybody being scared about that, we just decided to call the game. And everybody, most of us have young kids at home, so we didn't want to inflict any harm on anybody, so to speak. So just one of those things that we we decided to do. And my nose itches. Pardon me. So one of the other cool things about DCC is DMT Tabletop Gaming. I've run a couple of modules of DCC on my channel. It's my fave flavor of D&D. Have Mutant Crawl Classics as well, but haven't played it yet. DMT Gaming, Tabletop Gaming, thank you. Yeah, I haven't played Mutant Crawl Classic either. I really want to play it. I don't even own a copy of the rulebook. I should endeavor to get a copy. I've heard good things about it, and of course I love sci-fi games. So I'm definitely... Area 51 says that he used to play Army National Guard, so he did advanced D&D, and he used to play in the R&R tent, which is the rest and relaxation tent, and while Scud alerts were sounding. Yeah, totally understand, man. I was right in the middle of running a session when we got a ordnance alert. I was a 12 Bravo combat engineer, so I blew things up, and I was also the ordnance sergeant for my squad. So it was up to me to go deal with any bombs or anything like that. So yeah, we usually right in the middle of a climactic battle, we get an alert. So that's the way shit happens, as the old saying goes. DMT, man, yeah, that's awesome to hear. I definitely want to try Mutant Crawl Classic. It says on your channel, you have to send me a link to your channel, sir or ma'am. You have a generic dice video there, so I don't know if you're a male or a female. I got a little boy here. What are you doing? Those that don't know, this is my little munchkin. This is NJ. He is 3 years old, and he is a monster. His daddy's little...
No.
Oh, no. You got your ball? Does your ball light up? I think the batteries are dying, and I don't think we can replace them either. It's a... We got to go back to Mall of America. Yep, that is true. Okay, go back in there and see Mommy. In fact, it's almost your bedtime. Yeah, almost night. So that's what you get when you go live with Mr. Mean. You get random children running in and all kinds of fun stuff. 19 Kilo, good job, man. Abrams tank crew. I got to play inside of an Abrams while I was over there. Really cool tank, man. Amazing. You guys, I don't know if I could be locked in a sardine can like that, although I did get to sit in a Sherman, and I'll take the Abrams any day. That Sherman was tight. I'm not exactly a little guy either. I'm 6 foot, about 250. So yeah, that was not a fun time. But yeah, more power to you, man. I couldn't do it. I like being out in the open. I want to see when death is coming. But that's just me. I'm crazy. DMT, send me a link to your channel, man. I'll definitely like and subscribe, especially if you're running DCC on it. I'll totally watch. One of the other cool things that DCC did as part of the road crew, I got this in the mail one day, and you can buy this now on their web store. But years past, like a year ago, 2 years ago, you couldn't get this. This is the DCC GM screen, and you could only get this at licensed events, like they have RPG Day. I don't know if everybody knows about that or is involved in it. I was very heavily involved in it when I was in Beaumont. Because I would go to Ogre Games in Humble, and I would go run games, and that's how I got this. Actually, Dave, the owner, saved it for me for a year, and then I was at MagCon, and he brought it to the convention and saved it for a year, and saved it because I was going through some hard times and I couldn't get back out there. But he held on to this for a year. 365 plus days, and gave it to me when I showed up at the convention. And that's what I call an awesome game store owner right there. So I think you can buy this now in the Goodman Games web store. And it's just a simple little cardboard GM screen, but it's got a lot of good information on it, especially for beginning level characters and 0 level characters. There's a lot of good stuff on here. So if you can get your hands on this and you're a GM, totally get it. And then I had printed years ago on some heavy card I had printed useful charts for zero-level DCC RPG enthusiasts. And this is something that somebody made up, and I just printed it. So I keep it in with my GM screen at all times so that I can reference it when I run. I'm going to scoot over here and turn the light on because it's getting dark. And I'm not sure if that helped. It helped a little bit. As it gets darker, it'll help. I mean, I know you guys all want to see my smiling, wonderful mug. So let's see. So it looks like we got 4 people in the stream right now. So if you're online, pop in and say hi on the chat there. I have the chat on my Discord, but I have 2 monitors in my office, so I'm able to have the chat open on one screen. But hopefully you guys can see the chat on the stream as well. I'm hoping that's coming through okay. Let me see here. I'm just going to check. Yep, it's on there. So that's pretty cool. I'm just playing with OBS. I'm still learning it. I was using a different piece of software to post my videos and render them and then upload them to YouTube. And then somebody told me about OBS, and it was free, and I'm always down for free stuff. So I installed it and I've been playing with it. I've been using it for a while now for just basic stuff. And we also use it to stream our Friday night Pathfinder game. And it's been working pretty good. And I'm learning how to do different things in it. Like tonight was more of a test how to get the chat up on the screen, and also to put a ticker on there and the like and subscribe. Mr. Mean Speaks. I wanted to get all of that in there. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way it's coming out. Got my channel logo up there in the upper left hand side of the screen. Might be your right. I think it's inverted on the as you guys look at it. But either way, you can see my channel logo. Sathan on my Discord channel made that for me. He is an awesome artist. He's a grognard like me. I think we're roughly the same age. And he's not online as much as I would like him to be. I hardly ever get to chat with him anymore. But he was very nice to make that logo for me. And you'll see I use it on just about everything. It's my Xbox gamer profile picture. It's the wallpaper on my iPad and my iPhone and on all my various computers. So yeah. So anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to chat about and see what you guys thought about DCC, and if you've played it and if you're interested in it. And Area 51, we are playing 2nd edition Pathfinder. We stream it every Friday night here on my YouTube channel. And then, of course, after the stream, it gets posted to the channel as well. So you can watch it live. It is nothing amazing. None of us are professionals in any way, shape, or form. We just stream the game because it's fun and we like doing it. So, and like I said, I'm still learning OBS and learning how to do different little things. I would like to get a moderator for the chat, but it's distracting when we're storytelling and we're running the game. I don't want to take time out to answer questions and things like that during the middle of the game. So we just stream the game raw, and we just have fun. So stop on by. There's a couple of the episodes are already up on my channel. Feel free to watch them. Like I said, they're nothing amazing, but if you like. I know me personally, when I'm hobbying or I'm at work and I'm working in my office or I'm working from home, I'll put it on and let it play in the background. Now, not my channel, because I was there for the game. I remember everything. But other people's, like Paizo's Jason Bullman is running the Eternal Flame or whatever. I'll put that on and listen to it in the background. Or Critical Role. I'm a critter. So I'll listen to Critical Role while I'm working. I'm a network administrator, or desktop administrator. So I do that while I'm remoted into somebody's computer, fixing their stuff and doing that in the background. So it's just it's fun for me, and I enjoy doing it. So, but anybody got any questions out there about DCC or anything in general, or is there some game that you play that's your ultimate favorite? I know Area 51 is a big fan of D&D. Sounds like DMT is running DCC as well. It's his favorite flavor of D&D, which I can see that. But any other games out there? I did get the Alien RPG, and unfortunately my players didn't want to play it. But they jumped all over what's old is new sci-fi, so I don't get it. I don't understand player logic, but I'm a GM first and foremost, player way second. I don't get to play very often. I usually am the GM. And that's okay. I have a plethora of games in the library back there, so it's probably no one reason why I'm the GM is I have just about all the games. But let's see, what else is going on? I don't have much going on. Obviously, hope everybody's staying safe and prepared for the coronavirus. It's getting worse out there, I guess. I live in Minnesota, and we've had a couple cases here, 5 or 6, I think, confirmed cases. One guy had just come off a cruise from Mexico, so no shocker there. But yeah, obviously safe hygiene, be smart, do all that fun stuff. Palladium Fantasy, yeah, Area 51, that is one of my all-time favorites. I took down all the books because I'm trying to make room. I have a number of boxes here in my office that are filled with RPG books, and so I was, shall we say, rotating the stock, and I took all my Palladium stuff down. But yeah, I'm a long-time Palladium fan. I was not a fan of Rifts. I love the setting. I just don't like the mechanics, and every book just made the game more and more difficult, in my opinion, to run. But Palladium Fantasy was phenomenal. I cut my teeth on it, and I was a big fan of Heroes Unlimited as well, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So yeah, I have quite an extensive Palladium library. Yep. Yeah, that is the problem. My problem is I like all these esoteric games that never sell. And I have a perfect one I can show you. How many people have heard of this? Unity. By Zensara Studios. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, yeah. Unity, quite possibly one of the coolest settings. Neat book, beautiful cover, included a ribbon for bookmarking. The art is fantastic. I got kind of dim lighting here, so I don't know how well you can see that. But amazing art. Book is really well done. They did a Kickstarter. I didn't find out about it until after the Kickstarter. But I was able to buy it off of miniaturemarket.com. Shameless plug for Miniature Market. And beautiful game. I mean, just amazing. Great art. Rules mechanics looked pretty solid. Kind of built off of D20, a little bit different system. And just really gorgeous, beautifully done book. I don't remember too many type errors or spelling errors. The grammar looked pretty good. But sadly, dead game. Website's not even up. I don't think the website's even up anymore. It was up for a while, but there's no downloads. The game never went anywhere. And sadly, this industry is full of these. These are a dime a dozen. You can find all kinds of really cool RPGs that have never gone anywhere. I'm trying to think. I know I have a bunch. I'm just trying to think. There's a number of them out there. That just came and went with the sun. The rising and the setting of the sun. And it's a shame because there's a lot of cool games, but the one thing, Area 51, if you've watched my channel, you'll know that I'm a huge fan of Witchcraft and Armageddon and All Flesh Must. In fact, I have my name in one of the All Flesh Must Be Eaten books. I think the original book, I helped playtest that. George Valikos is a super awesome dude. And C.J. Carella, who did Armageddon, is an amazing writer. If you've ever read any of his novels, he has some Armageddon novels out there too. I highly recommend them. Witchcraft is one of my favorite. You can't see it up there very well because it's dark in here, but I have every Witchcraft book ever made. I also have Buffy and Planet of the Apes, Primate. I don't remember the name of it now. And of course, All Flesh Must Be Eaten are some of my all-time favorite games. So yeah, I've been doing this for a long time. In fact, I saw George in Texas at ChupacabraCon a couple of years ago, and got him to sign my witchcraft books. So awesome dude. That's all I can say. Awesome game company. They don't appear to be doing much. They're doing some board game stuff, but other than that, they're not really into a whole lot right now. Alex Yerkat is the silent partner for Eden Studios, and I haven't heard a peep out of him. I used to email him quite regularly, and I used to run demos. I went to Gen Con several years in a row for them, and everything was wonderful. But yeah, I haven't heard anything from Cimabar. Oh my God, probably the worst RPG ever written. Right next to Providence. Hold on. Cimabar, however you want to say it. Horrible game. This is probably the worst game ever made. This is such a confusing system. The art ranged from awesome to utter crap, and the layout of the book was okay. It wasn't bad, but yeah, Fatal. Yeah, Fatal. Yeah, but Fatal was awesome in its goriness because the Fatal actually stood for something. I don't remember. That was the stats, I think, for your game. But yeah, it was pretty bad. Human Occupied Landfill, Hole, another classic. But that game, again, Fatal and Hole, they were made to be bad. They were just jokes, basically, that they ran. Cinnabar, we used to give RPG at Gen Con for Eden. I ran the mansion run. New to your site. Yeah, I'm assuming you mean site, S-I-T-E. But yeah, welcome aboard, man. Like I said, there's over 200 videos in the archive, so you can definitely kill a lot of time if you want to just listen to me drone on about stuff. Some things I'm right, some things I'm wrong, but it's just me, and it's just my point of view on things. So, and you're like the only other person I know that knows anything about Fatal. So that's awesome. I'm glad I'm not the only person. I do own a copy of Fatal, but it's in a box somewhere. It was a horrible, horrible game. But this has it beat hands down. At least Fatal had cool art. This doesn't even have that. And this was done by Zid Creations. Actually, dude, this is my only negative review. I've been doing this for over 2 years. I have over 200 videos up. This is the only video I've done of a horrible RPG review, except I think I'm not sure if I did a review of 4th edition D&D, but I wasn't too kind about 4th edition D&D either, especially after I suck $100 into the slipcover version of the books and then got them and read them and was so disappointed it wasn't even funny. But then they came out with 5th edition and made it all better, so I guess it all washes out in the wash, as the old saying goes. But yeah, Fatal, Providence, horrible game. Cimabar, however you want to say it, horrible, horrible game. But yeah, so that's really about it, guys. I don't have too much more. I just wanted to pop in tonight, do a quick video, and go live, because to be honest, going live is easier than rendering the video and everything. And even OBS is way faster than everything else because it's all raw. And there's very little editing you can do in OBS. You can do a little bit, but not much. I just wanted to pop in and talk to everybody and say what I'm planning for DCC. Chris and Ann's house. I'm not quite sure what you mean. What time frame are we talking? This is back in California? I'm not sure. Area 51. The husband and wife team, Chris and Ann House. Not quite sure what you're pointing at there. Well, thank you. I'm glad you approve. Just like I said, I do this for fun. It's my stress relief. So yeah, just wanted to get a quick video out. Like I said, we weren't streaming tonight for the game, so I wanted to get some stuff out there and just see what the thoughts were for DCC. I'm looking forward to running it. It's going to be new. I think running a funnel is going to have its own set of challenges. But yeah, Gen Con is amazing. I don't go anymore because it's just too crowded, and I don't like crowds. Even back in the 80s and 90s when I was going, it was too crowded. Yeah, 2000, 2005. I'm sure I was there during that time frame because that was towards the end. I was off, and I just gotten into IT in the 2000s. I had gotten out of U.S. Customs and gone into the private sector. So that's a long time for this old grognard to remember, man. But anyway, it was a pleasure chatting with everybody. Area 51, stay tuned to the channel. There's lots of cool stuff coming. I'm trying to get some luminaries in the gaming industry. I do have, I don't know when it's going to happen because he's so busy, but Mike Pondsmith from our Talsorian Games, I'm planning on getting him on the channel. I've already talked to his media people, and he's agreed to come on. It's just right now he's busy, tied up with, of course, the Cyberpunk game. But he did send me a copy of the box set PDF to peruse as a media copy, so that was very cool. I always love getting free stuff from the industry, so it's kind of awesome that my little slice of the web has been recognized by some of the bigwigs. So it's very cool. As always, I'm going to say peace, love, and happiness, and I'm going to sign off by saying what I always say is that Mr. Mean says, be nice. So you guys have a great night. Thank you for watching and listening, and if you're watching this later after the stream, sorry I missed you, but we'll do it again. Stay tuned. Follow me on Discord. Obviously, like and subscribe on YouTube, and as always, again, Mr. Mean says, be nice.